UFC 300, the best card ever, which is what it should be, but it's not because of Dana. I'm going to be giving my opinions on how I think I should make it better. 300 is literally the number that represents fighting. This should be the best card. It should blow us all away. Like he said it should, but right now, it's definitely not because of just the time frame that we're in general. And I'm just going to give my opinions on what Dana should do and what the fans want. As of right now, Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway, the co-main event for the BMF title, is off. I don't know how this happened. How did Dana let this happen? We have no clue. This is the only fight that was carrying the card. How do you screw this up? I don't get it. You need this fight. This fight is so important to the card. They have no clue. These two would put on an absolute show. They're still in their prime. As of right now on Google and their website, it says it's canceled. UFC hasn't came out officially and said anything. It's just been rumors going around Twitter and as well as Instagram and stuff. A lot of MMA pages are not happy about it, and the main event has also been canceled, which I'm going to get into later. But this is not a good look for 300. Without this, I think they literally should just call off the entire fucking event because this is the only thing that had us excited. Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje both seem to be in great shape. Both are coming off of huge wins. Max Holloway just sent the Korean Zombie into retirement after taking his fucking block off. And Justin Gaethje just beat Dustin Poirier in the first round with a fucking head kick, sent him into an oblivion, and he's never coming back from that. And this fight would be an absolute striking masterclass. I could watch this fight for hours. 5 rounds of Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway beating the hell out of each other would be nothing but perfect for UFC 300. And I'm just saying, if this fight gets canceled, that is a horrible look. Absolutely horrible look for the card. And that can't happen. And if it does, Dana, you need to fucking do something. Your fighters just somehow keep getting fucking pneumonia. They keep fucking stubbing their toe before the fights. I'm done listening to you until the day before the fucking fight. I will not ever say that a card is for sure until the day before the fight because of how Dana White has been officiating recently with the company. A lot of canceled fights just out of nowhere, and this one cannot be one of them. I want to see Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje go to war and beat the hell out of each other. And if not, I don't know any other fight right now, really, that would be a perfect co-main than this. These guys have been working in the company, absolutely workhorses, and I don't see any other fight. The BMF title has a new meaning with this fight. Jorge Masvidal had it. It was kind of cool, but Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway are taking it to a whole new level where I think this could actually main event something. It gives fighters an opportunity that are absolute beasts, but they can't seem to beat the person at the top of their division, just like how Max Holloway is in this situation with Alexander Volkanovski. If you have an absolute brute holding the title in your division, but you are still of that caliber, this title gives you that shot, and I think it's perfect for the UFC, and it's good for older fighters to stay. Next, I'm going to get into Khamzat Chimaev. Rumors have been going around that he is actually the headline for UFC 300, him versus Leon Rocky Edwards for the title, and I just want to put all those rumors to rest and just say you are all fucking idiots because it is not happening. If you lived under a rock, I could understand why you don't get it, but Khamzat Chimaev is actually Muslim, and you do not fight during Ramadan. You don't go through a camp during Ramadan. That's just not. I'm pretty sure that's against their religion. The activities that go through in camp, some of them, a good portion of them, are against the religion. And that's just not happening, and all of you can just stop saying those rumors because it's not happening. Getting onto the other side of the fight, Leon Edwards, he just came off of a win recently against Colby Covington. That fight was literally so boring, I wanted to gouge my eyes out with a spoon. Anyways, Leon is, I don't think he would be 100%. He just got done fighting. I don't think he'd be 100% for UFC 300. We wouldn't be seeing a full potential fight. Him versus Khamzat Chimaev, it would basically, the UFC just be giving Khamzat a free title because he's not 100%, and Khamzat is. He beat Usman. He did beat Usman. It was a 3-round fight. Some people were saying it could have went longer. If it did, Usman probably would have won. He was turning up in that part, but we know Leon beat Usman in a 5-round fight. Khamzat seemed to struggle in a 3-round against Usman. I'm not sure how that would go, but since Leon would not be 100%, I feel like Khamzat would have the edge over him and just blanket him the entire fight, and I don't think that should be a UFC 300 caliber. So, in my eyes, I'm a realist, and this is not happening for UFC 300. It's not going to be the main event. As much as I would like to see that fight, it's not happening. Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. Where the fuck do I even start? Why is this even near UFC 300? If it is, it needs to be on early prelims on a streaming service that no one fucking has, because I don't want to see this. I think the fans, we deserve a way better card. I don't know what the thought process going into this, putting this on the card. Strawweight division isn't very good right now. I agree with Zhang Weili, but not this. And trust me, I'm not just a hater of the women's division. I think Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison is an absolute banger, and I think any fight that Zhang Weili on is going to be a absolute show. But this fight, hell no. Hell no. Get this far away from the card as possible. Next on my absolute rant of this travesty, I want to go with the people who say Dricus should headline UFC 300, and I just want to say that's not a good idea. Same thing that I said with the Leon fight. Dricus will not be 100% for this fight. He just got done fighting Sean Strickland. This would not go well for Dricus. It would just be a free title shot to whoever fights him. I think if we get anything on this card that's a main event, 2 fighters need to be 100%. His eye is absolutely fucked. He looks like he got hit in the fucking head with a crowbar. He wouldn't be 100%. If anything, he wouldn't be able to see. Sean Strickland fucking beat his ass, but he beat Sean Strickland's ass too. I'll give him that. But for the sake of Dricus du Plessis, don't have this fight. He's not 100%, and he's a good champion. I want to see where he goes in the future. When he is at his best, he can really put on a great show, and I just don't want to ruin that for his career this early. He's got a lot of spark, and I think he can get some big things done. Now I want to get to the savior of the card, Alex Pereira. Bring Poatan up to the main event. Let him headline UFC 300. The fans would love it. Any fight you put him in is an absolute highlight reel. Dana, if you don't do this, I don't know what else you're going to do besides give us a mediocre card, and you're getting oiled up in that main event, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't give us Alex Pereira versus maybe Aspinall, Alex Pereira Adesanya, we would all be totally fine with that. And if not, I'm going to oil you up myself. Alright, where do I even start with this fucking grandpa that holds his title over everyone's head even though we don't care? He wants to fight a geriatric Stipe Miocic who hasn't got off his couch in 10 years. It's pretty obvious what we all want, John, and we want you versus Tom Aspinall, the guy who literally has your interim title, which is your job to go do it after you get back from injury, but you're not. You're going to vacate it because all you want to do is fight Stipe. You want to go assault grandpas like you're Travis Kelce. And I'm being honest, I think Aspinall would beat John Jones. I really think he would. I think Aspinall would wipe the octagon with John Jones. He's in way better shape. He's younger. He's got way better hit power. Dude fucking flatline Sergey, which I was not expecting. John Jones, give us a response. Back to rumors made by people under rocks. Next, it's fucking Tony Ferguson versus Rafael dos Anjos 2. I already know who started this rumor, and it was you fucking delusional Tony Ferguson fans who thinks he still got it. But I'm here to tell you, he doesn't. He doesn't got it. Rafael dos Anjos, I think, would flatline Tony Ferguson. If not, he would actually absolutely wipe the floor with him in 3, 5 rounds, 10 rounds, whatever the fuck you want to put it in. They could box, and I think Tony Ferguson wouldn't fucking win. Dude had David Goggins, and he sold the fucking bag. The problem with this community is they see two former champions and they just nut all over their screen. But guess what? Two former champions fighting doesn't mean shit if they were champions 15 years ago. Rafael dos Santos and Tony Ferguson wouldn't be a good fight, and I'm here to tell you why. Tony Ferguson is way out of his prime. He thinks cardio is everything. He gets in the ring, gets his fucking head taken off. Rafael dos Santos, I think he's better than Tony Ferguson, but I think he knows himself that he's not at that caliber anymore, and I don't even think he wants to fight Tony Ferguson. But shit, keep going off, Tony Ferguson fans. I'd love to see the fucking delusion. Still, 10 years after he's out of his fucking prime, you guys are still at it. It's crazy. Now I'm here to talk about the UFC fighter that I absolutely despise the most, Dustin Dickhead Poirier. Fuck this guy. He knows he'd get his ass beat by Benoit Saint Denis, and he knows very well that he even tried to call off the fight and say that he wasn't in contact with his managers for 3 days. Yeah, right, Dustin. We're gonna believe that one, you fucking shitter. Put your dick between your legs, get in that octagon, and get your ass beat like a man. You wanted to fight McGregor like a bitch. I'm sorry, I might be a little biased towards McGregor, but dude, McGregor in his prime, and you in your prime, McGregor would absolutely take your fucking head off. You beat him because he had a broken ankle, and you still kept going. You're an absolute fucking disgrace to the UFC. The final thing I want to talk about today is McGregor versus Chandler. When the UFC 300 card was first announced, these were the rumors going around. This was the first sure main event. This is what we all wanted. We had our hearts set on it. I did too. I wanted to see it. I think Chandler would beat McGregor in pretty convincing fashion. He's just in way better shape. He actually put time into coaching on The Ultimate Fighter. He showed up to the practices. He really cared about his squad. I seen that after watching the entire series. McGregor, on the other hand, he was showing up late. I could tell he didn't really want to be there. He was frustrated a lot. And Dana has came out and said that Conor, it's not aimed for 300. If it even is, maybe 302, which is International Fight Week, like Conor said, but no one can really believe him until it happens, right? Put the fucking alcohol down and get in the octagon. All right, now, Michael Chandler, what I think you should do, cut the shit with McGregor. I don't think he wants to fight you, and I think you know that too. Keep going for that lightweight title, man. Keep going for it. Your champion right now is Islam Makhachev. That is very hard. Trust me, he's fighting out of his mind right now. But I think if you have the size, you have the ability, you have the knockout power, you sent fucking Tony Ferguson into a black hole. I thought you were Stephen Hawking when you did that. That fight, this one does nothing for you. I'm sorry. This fight does nothing for you besides you can say you beat Conor McGregor, but is that really an accomplishment anymore after what he's made of himself recently? I will still always love Conor, though. I want to get that straight. But that's it. Let me know in the comments what your guys' opinions are, what you would do for the card, what I got wrong, what fucking Dana got wrong, a lot of things. But yeah, let me know what you guys would do in this situation. A lot of things are going to unfold in the future, and I'm very eager to see what this card is going to finalize and what it will actually be.